before here, I just like working on cars as it is. I started out just kind of working on cars when I first got like my license. Also, it saves you a chunk of money not to do your own stuff, so I'd rather do it myself and not pay somebody else. Plus, I know what I'm doing my own work. So honestly, anything from trucks to cars, SUVs, we're pretty much doing anything that's like gasoline, all that stuff. But here, like, we can do bigger jobs, like we drop transmissions, we can swap engines, we do heavier stuff. So here's a good opportunity to learn something like that if you don't know before.
I kept on blowing up my cars, so I figured what was the best way to fix that than to learn how to fix them yourself. So I came here. TCAT's program, well, they had us, I looked through all of their stuff and they had a super nice thing, and then whenever I came in, everyone was super nice and they all helped out, and then I met Larry and he explained everything and it just worked out really well. I prefer hands-on a lot because I have trouble like with bookwork, so I would say that the hands-on has definitely brought me from not knowing anything to knowing as much as I do now, and I would say that I know a good amount because I didn't know anything in the beginning.
I'm in building construction technology with TCAT and Harriman. We're working on the Habitat for Humanity, the Shortridge family house. So I chose a career in construction, and I chose TCAT in particular because they have a lot of hands-on learning. And then construction, it's a fantastic skill set to have no matter what specific trade in construction you go into, whether it be carpentry, masonry, electric, anything like that. But I chose it because I want to do something that's a little more significant for me, whether that's just helping in the community, something like that. And this program is a really good stepping point in getting the skill sets to do that.
Well, I chose a career in construction or trades to make a community impact, and also to have a correlation between credentials that can transfer throughout my career, and also I could possibly go to certifications, a 2-year program, and possibly a 4-year program, and mostly for professional development and to give back to the community because I'm a lifelong learner, and something that's integrating work-based programming with also classroom programs. In this program in building construction technology, I've worked on several mixed type projects, working with commercial building and also renovations and also residential. I've had the opportunity to work on 5 residential houses and 1 mixed use. One of the mixed use properties was the Hands of Mercy, which is in Kingston. It mixes residential and also commercial use. So we did a lot of framing there, a lot of roughing items. We did drywall, painting, texturing. I did a whole lot of things.
So at the school itself, at our shop, I've worked on a few carpentry projects here and there, but more significantly, we're working on this house with Habitat for Humanity, building it pretty much from the ground up. And then we did another one where we pretty much remodeled the entire inside for Hands of Mercy down in Kingston.
Some of the practical skills that I've attained are problem solving, collaboration, also accountability, reliability, and attention to detail. I'm also learning how to use power tools and also hand tools, and making a material list, and also reading blueprints and plans. The hands-on training helps us to simulate practical uses through supervised tasks with our instructor, and enable students to safely learn and grow from the experience of having things hands-on and being able to ask our instructor any type of questions that we have, and they'll be able to lead us through.
This field I feel like has a pretty strong connotation with women being in construction of it's going to be hard, you're going to be pushed to the side, you're not going to be allowed to do things. But I'll say with this program, especially with our instructor Charles, he doesn't treat us any differently. If we don't know how to do something, he'll teach us. If we're not strong enough to do something, we just get help. There's really no disadvantage from my standpoint of being a girl in construction. You just get treated as one of the guys per se, and no one's ever treated us any differently or in any poor manner.
I chose cosmetology because I've always been interested in makeup in some way. Like, I've always been watching beauty gurus. I've always been interested in makeup. I started getting into hair a little bit more as I got older, and it's just been something I've always been interested in and wanted to do.
My mom's a hairdresser, so it was kind of in my bloodline, I guess you could say. I chose it because hair's always been a passion of mine. Making women feel beautiful is definitely a passion of mine. Making them feel confident in their skin and then walking out feeling even more amazing is just the ultimate goal. I've learned people skills, communication skills. I've learned confronting skills to be able to confront clients if something is not right or if I don't want them in my chair. I've learned a lot of skills here.
I'd say with difficult clients, it kind of helps you learn how to diffuse a situation, I will say, because like some of our clients, they're older, they know what they want, and you might not know that right away. So it's just learning how can you do what they want you to do and get them to the result that they want, but also not burning yourself out in the process. So it's influenced my future a lot because I started out wanting to do nails, and then I moved to hair, and now I'm looking more into waxing and skincare because you just learn so much throughout the program, and you learn a lot of different times too. So like you'll start out with nails and pedicures, and you move to hair, then you learn more into waxing and facials and skincare, and as you grow and go through the program, you'll learn so much more, and you'll start adding more stuff to like what you want to do in the future.
It's a very short program, and your license lasts you forever. And even if this isn't something you want to do now, you can always fall back on it later and still use it.
I chose electrical systems. I had an interest in high school. It seemed a very interesting sort of career path. I didn't go for it for a while, but then it suddenly piqued my interest out of the blue one day, and I decided to take a leap and come challenge myself here.
I grew up in construction sites. My dad owned a construction business, and I've always had an interest in what people would say is blue-collar work. I never saw myself working at a desk. I've always preferred hands-on work, and if I'm being honest, it's a good paying field.
It's really showed me the difficulties electricians nowadays face with sort of understanding how these complex wiring systems work, and it's given me a real challenge to further increase my knowledge and my skill.
So my father actually went here for automotive, and he told me it was a really good school. It's inexpensive. They help you out a lot with, finances if you don't have it, and the programs are really good. And they also do job placement and things like that, which most places do not do.
Electricity is needed everywhere for all sorts of things. You need electricity to make food. You need electricity to make things, cars, tools. Almost everything relies on electricity, and you need people to harness that very incredible power to help for other industries and to help America grow.
What made me want to work with heavy equipment is growing up, my dad, he worked a lot with heavy equipment, hydraulics, working on machinery. And I just kind of fell in love with it when I was little. The classes moved towards machinery. We're working on John Deere, Caterpillar, anything you could think of really. Helped me develop problem-solving skills by getting addressed with a problem, and whether we know at the time how to fix it or not, being able to go look through manuals or look through our programs to find out how exactly we can get to the root of the problem. Part of the hands-on training I enjoy the most would be learning new things, getting to dive headfirst into things that I haven't got to do yet, experiencing different equipment that I haven't got to work with yet, and all the systems involved. The program prepares me for a long-term goal or career by helping with job placement, helping with not just book skills, but also hands-on skills, being able to get the shop feel and also get our school work done at the same time. To women considering this field, I would say do it. It's scary at first. It's easier growing up in it, but a woman that just comes in and wants to do it, don't let it intimidate you. A lot of times, statistically, women pay more attention to detail. They're able to see the problem in a different way that men can.
I chose HVAC because I enjoy to do a lot of hands-on work. I've always liked problem solving, and when it comes to HVAC, really a lot of what you're doing is a lot with your hands. We've done a lot of work outside of just here at the school. We've gone to different TCAT campuses and done work there. We've done a lot of work in here. We've got to do a lot of duct work and just problem solving on the units and stuff here.
I really enjoy working on hands-on, and you get a lot of hands-on work here. I've worked on package units, split units, and mini splits, and refrigerators as well.
The thing I like most about working in HVAC is that it's hands-on work, and every day I feel like I learn something new, and I learn more about the refrigeration process and stuff like that. I feel very confident. Our instructor, he teaches very well. As I said, we learn something new every single day, and I feel very confident in that.
I come from a Navy background. I was an electrician for 8 years. I went to college, did some law enforcement stuff. Bounced around from job to job. Nothing really seemed to click, but my father was actually a maintenance mechanic. He actually worked on this stuff for pretty much his entire life, and he mentioned looking into it. I looked at it. It seemed really interesting to me, and I've been loving it ever since, especially as detailed as it's become with the new technology and everything else. It just seemed to click for me. The career opportunities right now I'm seeing are absolutely wide open for literally any single industry that I could hope to work in, whether it's agriculture, aerospace, defense, industry, automotive, literally anything, even with the new technologies like AI, they're being integrated now. The sky's the limit. Even something like the laser, or 3D printing, or programming, it's really busting out right now for machinists. It's really becoming the new it thing, I see, and it's just going to be higher and higher demand as it goes on.
I'm a sign language interpreter for Knoxville Center of the Deaf through contracting, and we have a student that's deaf, and they provide interpreting services for his lectures, videos, different aspects, and he's doing a really great job here with the support of interpreters, teacher, and other students. The school and the state and different organizations provide access to communication, for clarity and understanding, and he's doing very well with the help of having interpreters.
What made me interested in machining was I was doing dual enrollment in high school and was doing machining, and I got really interested in it because my teacher at the time was talking about how TCAT and the opportunities that is unlimited in this field. So I was just like, yeah, this is something I want to do, and when I started doing it, I fell in love with it. I've learned how to do the manual lathe, manual mill. I've done the 3D printer, laser engrave, precision grinder. I'm about to start learning on the CNC lathe, and then I'll be moving on to the CNC mill.
Precision is one of the most important aspects that you can have. It definitely pertains to everything that you do in this industry, with final dimensions, your final diameters, just everything comes into one to create a finished product, which is to scale. Easiest thing to do is measure, and calculate constantly so you can get that exact part that you need when you do stuff. That hands-on training gives you that feel for what you need in order to run bigger machines or computer-operated machines. Everything that you learn from filing to your feeds and speeds to running a mill, running a lathe, all pertains to your aspects of CNC work. I see this leading me down a really big path. It's down a big path that my dad went down. My dad now works at Y12. My goal is to get either at Y12 or ORNL, but it's going to give me the hands-on training that I've needed to run a machine like this, to be able to operate one somewhere as big as Y12 or for the government even. So it's a really big opportunity, and training is the most important aspect, and paying attention during your training is what you need to do. And paying attention has gotten me here.
I chose medical office environment more so because of my employment now. Where I'm at, I'm an admin lead, so it's more office space. This is offering me a way to be able to expand on that.
I chose this program because I didn't know what I wanted to do in the medical field, but this is like your basics. Like you learn your body, you learn how to do your vital signs and all that stuff. So it's a good start, a very good start. If you don't know what you want to do, but you want to do something in the medical field, that's why I came to MA, because it's broad, but you're the face. The main difference between a MA and your nurses is your MA is just getting the fundamentals for your nurses, like your vital signs, your main important stuff, and they take it a step further and they go deeper, and they are working more hours than your medical office assistants. Your MAs are mainly in your doctor's offices, and your nurses are more working at hospitals, doing more work, more hours. Skills. That is the main thing we have hands-on more of here, as where we did like phlebotomy, we actually got to stick real people, not just, we stuck arms, but all the skills hands-on. We're doing each other, our vital signs with each other and everything like that.
The biggest ones I've learned is really computer applications. We just got through with a computer applications class that helped me tremendously. It was more like Word and Excel based, stuff I don't normally use on a regular basis. So being able to sit down and use and utilize, that's helped me with my employment now. And then from there, A&P, I had a lot of fun with A&P, anatomy and physiology. We got to go over a lot of, body parts and whatnot. The most fun that we've had so far has been out of phlebotomy. Learning that skill has been fun, exciting, what have you. It was great. I think the biggest thing for me, and it's what I like to carry, because we go and visit a lot of the high schools around here too, trying to bring awareness to this program. For me, the biggest thing is if they've not figured out exactly where they want to be yet as far as a career goes, coming into the MOA, it's a way you get a taste of every little piece. And then from there, you can kind of base your career off of that. It gives you a lot of different pathways to follow. So I think it's kind of the biggest thing that sticks out to me for that.
I wanted to work in an office, a doctor's office. I didn't want to not necessarily work in a hospital. That is a lot. So in my future, I have kids already. So I wanted to work that in to where they're in school, I'm at work. They'll be getting out of school right when probably I'll be getting out of work. So it works hand in hand with my situation.